Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to Shroud of the Avatar, The Libras of Valentine. Oops. That never gets old. Alright, so we are now running on Release 35, as Daily Message has informed you. Looks like the New Homes of Britannia house decorating contest is still going on. Well, our house isn't very decorated at all, so... Wait a minute. I swear, there was a chair here. Well, I know they did some work in, Central Britannia, but I wonder why maybe people complained about falling over them. I don't know. Hope it doesn't change too much. I already get lost without it being changed. Alright. Well, off camera, I did a little bit of stuff. I went back to the mine to do a little bit more mining in Owl's Head. Owl's Head? Owl's Nest? And I also... Oh, before I forget. It is the season after all. There you are, Samulet. Right. And I also took a little bit of a look along King's Road. I didn't want to look too much, because but I wanted to see if it would be a good place to get trees, and it does look like it is. So that is probably going to be where we're going to go after we do a little bit of crafting. Now let's see if I can figure out how to get home. Now, the main gate is north. And do I go past this? I think I go past this. But we have to kind of come up this way to get... Yeah. I see it! Oh my freaking lord. Either they've redone how this area looks, or I have finally lucked out and actually found the main way up and down. Or maybe they added balloons at every gate. There's also that possibility. We'll find out, because I see the exit balloon there. And if this is the place that I've been trying so hard to find all those other times and went horribly astray. You know what I forgot? Dang it. I forgot to do my test for the afternoon. Alright. It's okay. We're just learning the fastest way to get to the Oracle. I'm sure that's what we're doing. I noticed they have some cool dyes now, additional dyes that they've added in the store, and it's this way. Mind you, if we go up this way, are we going to find it? Because if we can just learn the straight way instead of taking that little jig there. Jig and jog. Yeah, let's not. Back this way. Right down here, and then over that way. Anyway, I'm contemplating getting some of them for, one or two of them for Christmas to use for the dress. Because I think we'll just be, until I'm rich, or get lucky and find another dress that I can dye, I think we'll be re-dyeing this dress for the various seasons. Because, they look pretty cool. There's various types. There's sort of a pulsating one that changes between two colors. There's a glowing one that just stays one color. And there are sparkly ones. That's, of course, the ones I'm thinking of for Christmas. So I just have to decide on which one I want. I wonder if this door opens yet. Maybe I have to have a written invitation to get in there. That's probably it. And I don't have even an unwritten one. Well, I guess we do have an unwritten one, but that's only good for here. Alright. It's alright. I forgot to do my test. No. Path of Truth. Consider this virtue important. I don't think any of this has changed, but there was the update, so just to make sure, love is important. No significant way. Test me. Yes, I do. Woohoo! There we go. I think what happened was the chair, or the bench being gone kind of derailed me. Thank you very much, Oracle. I appreciate the funds. Come on. Come on, Samuel. I gotta shut the door. Shut it. Fight. Huh, why isn't it changing? Alright, so let's see if we can find our way back. We need to cache. That's what maybe remember is part of what's new in this update, and I believe I should have the update. Will I have the update thingy? Or is it in here? I wonder if this changes. Known issues. New player handbook. I don't know if you get a new one every time, or if, yeah, it automatically updates. Well, that's nice. Okay. But there isn't a thing that basically... I for some reason I thought we had something that basically summarized in-game what the changes were, but apparently that is not the case. Okay, so I don't have to go around that way. I can come across here. I gotta pay attention to where I'm going, because that's how I constantly get lost. Excuse me. I must admit, I hate that walking in treacle effect when you walk past somebody. I understand it because you're being polite and slowing down as you pass them, but oh man, it drives me nuts. That's why I make weird noises every time I get stuck on someone and I'm slowly getting past them. Because that's what it feels like. I'm forcing myself. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Well, I did make some notes. There's lots of little changes that they made. And I'm sure there's lots of big changes too. But the ones that I remember are for agriculture. We can now... We don't have to buy water anymore. We can get it from wells and the like. And as well, they've added some new plants. They don't have all the plants in that they planned, but apparently they've added lettuce, tea leaves, corn, carrots, and potatoes. And we want to buy some of those. Apparently they still sell buckets of water. But that might be something they just didn't take out. So we're going to buy a few more seeds of each kind. Oh yeah, there's the carrots and the corn and the... Alright. Let's buy 4 of each. Alright, Ooh, the lemon tree. Is that one I had on my list? I don't think that's one I had on my list. No, I did not. Okay. Okay, so we got the lettuce. No, we haven't got the lettuce yet. We've got the corn and the carrots. And we got an extra lemon tree. There's the lettuce. There's the mandrake. There's the nightshade. We'll see how much 4 of each seed is going to... There's onion. That wasn't on the list either. Maybe they got some more in since the update that I read, because I know they've updated the update. Yeah. Definitely those weren't on the list. So we still need potatoes and tea leaves. Ooh, this is getting expensive. There we go. Potatoes. And of course the pumpkins. And the apple tree seeds. There's the tomatoes. Those weren't on the list either. Awesome. And wheat. Wheat. That's awesome. Ooh. That's a lot of seeds. That is... Oh, banana tree. I totally missed that one. Wow. We're going to need a lot larger place to plant. Now, you might wonder why I'm buying 4 of each seed. And the reason is I want to do some testing in terms of optimal planting. Thank you. Watering and the like. Because I was talking with some people when I was on doing my mining, etc. And I can't remember if I watered them additionally at the end of last stream. I think I did. I think I did water them last stream, doing an extra water. It looks like, from the information I was able to get, both from people and from looking in the forums, and from my own experience, that the number of waterings you can give, if you give the optimal number of waterings you're going to get a lot more produce and the chance of a seed. Now, determining what the optimum waterings is the trick, because it looks like there might be several classes of watering schedules. For example, the cotton grows very slow, as would the tree types, and so you might end up watering them 4 times. If you water them 3 times instead of 4, you don't get as much produce. And I'm not sure if that affects the chance of a seed or not. Now, we don't have a lot of room in here, because I don't really want to take up a ton of room. But I think what I might do is I might just claim this row for my testing, because I'm going to need a little bit more to do for my testing. I did water these all once, but because I was sick, I didn't actually get in and water them again like I planned. But so all of these were planted, and then they were watered once again directly after planting. So you'll see that we get more things from them. Okay, so let's see. I think I enabled it. Hang on here. Yeah. And Putsaroo, hello! Welcome to the stream. How you doing? It looks like there's a lot more chests here. Actually, let's go out of that mode. Oh, let's hover over it for a sec. John Merlin. Zelia Cooler. Okay, these are people whose names I'm not familiar with. Fan. Me. Eliwini? That name is familiar. Tim. I remember seeing that name. So it looks like we have a lot of new people. Nick. Of course, we know Nick. A Patty. I haven't met a Patty, but I've heard the name. Putsaroo! There's your chest. And Sienna, of course. What key is that? It's one that I mapped myself in the control panel to turn decorations option on and off. And I'm ignoring the cat. Unfortunately, because I've also set it to V, sometimes it changes my viewpoint when I do that. So there's my... Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to open it. Right. So we're going to put all these seeds in here because I need to set up a proper testing schedule, and I'm not going to start it in stream because I need to write down the times and all that sort of thing. But I want to try to figure out the optimum watering schedule for these. Although I would like to plant... Okay, we are going to actually plant one just for a test. So we can try out the new mechanics and the... Because I don't want to use that bucket of water. Let's choose... Actually, we've got extra nightshade and mandrakes. So let's go ahead. We're going to plant 4 of the mandrakes to try this out. Let's double those up. Okay. Right. Oh, looks like somebody else has been planting a few things. Now, what I wanted to do... Okay, I wonder if these... Okay, it looks like things have changed. I cannot access the menu. At least it's not the same way. Because I was able to do it with my... Oh, that's not mine. This one? Yes. That's opening it. It's been just long enough that I'm forgetting how to do things. No, it shouldn't be in decoration mode. There we go, right click. Because Sienna did say that I could change some of these to private if I were so inclined. Okay, so I did change that one to private, just so that I can do my testing. Not that I think anybody's going to water my plants for me, but, you know. So I'm just going to make this row mine for now, because we'll give it back later. And that way, as well, since I'm not using it yet, hopefully nobody... I figured if somebody comes along and plants stuff there, then I'd have to spread out my testing. So I'm just taking this row. I can get shouted out later. Shouted out at. Alright. So we got 5 cotton. That's because I watered this twice. And if you remember, when we only watered it initially when we planted it, we only got 1. So it looks like it's a range. It's 4 to 5. But I know that you can plant it or water it at least twice more, and I didn't do that. So 4 to 6. Come on. Hand it over. Give it. Okay. So it is a range, 4 to 6. But apparently you can get a lot more if you get a lot of the waterings in. So here's the mature garlic plant, also watered twice. You get 3. And the apple tree watered twice. 16. Okay, well that's a lot. 14. Okay, you get a lot from the trees with just a couple of waterings. Wow. I'm trying to imagine how many you get with a big watering. Or like if you put as many waterings in as we would like. Alright, so let's check this. So we still need a bucket of water. The question is, how do we get said bucket of water? That is a good question. Now, I know that we had a... Well, that wasn't here before. So I think Sienna has put that in. So do we double click on it? Oh, here's a bucket. Do we need to use that bucket? Now, I know we can craft a bucket, and we might actually have enough materials to do that. I don't believe it's a recipe that I currently know, however, so I'm going to have to look it up. The wells are still broken? Ah. Now, are they just broken because they're on somebody else's lot? Or is it broken for everybody? Alright, hang on. Let me have a look here. I'll be right back. Okay, so that hasn't been updated, so that's one of the known issues. Just looking to see. Let's see. Game system changes. Water gathering for planting. Patsuru, how do you get the water then? I'm just looking for it. I'm trying to find the release thing. And I am not seeing it, so let's go to SotA Wiki, because that always has links to it on the main page. And why did you bing on me? Let's see, updated the avatar. I thought they had it here. Because what I'm trying to figure out is where to get the water. You still have to buy it. Oh, okay. Well then, I will be holding off on doing my testing then. I thought there was at least one way to get it. Just that the handier way, the well, was, okay, so it's not available. Alright, well, I'll put the seeds back then, and that is not mine. That is not my chest. I need to be able to dye my chest so I can give it different colors. Okay, let's put that in there. What? What are you trying to say there, Patsuru? You can still use the fountains in Central Britannia. Oh. But I still... Do I have to make buckets, Patsuru? That's what I'm trying to figure out here, because if... I would like to at least plant one thing. Test this out. Well, let's head this way. Okay, so we don't need anything to get it. We just can do it. I'm wondering... I wonder... if these are broken... like in the sense that nobody but the lot owner can access it. Can a co-owner access it? It's a long animation. Ah, okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to whip a well up really quickly here. I know we got a lot of stone. But let me just look. I'm sure we might have room to put a well. Recipe for a well. There has to be a... well, actually, I shouldn't say there has to be. I hope there's a way to make a well. Here's a fountain. Right. We'll have to have a look at the proper name for that well if we can see it. But I was told there's something in my chest. Oh, wow. Nick left me a present. Oh, awesome. So we'll have to wear those. And we'll get these back to Nick. I will put these here for now and then ask him how to get those back to him, because he might be able to work on them some more and make them something that he can sell. But those are wonderful. I will have to thank him in a letter, because I don't tend to see him in chat or whatnot. So, wow, those are hard to make. So, yeah. There's a recipe for a water well. All right, well, let me search for it again. There we go. Okay, so we need smelting tongs, a stone chisel, granite blocks. We need to make a bucket and a coil of rope. Okay, I've already made a coil of rope before, so I know how to make that. So let's see. Let's try this out. I'll have to flip back and forth a bunch to do it. But let's start with a coil of rope, and I think the bucket also needs a coil of rope. Yeah, so we need to make 2 coils of rope. But I'm going to update my Ranger. Actually, let's start by equipping the Ranger. And then we can modify it. Oh! It automatically put those gloves on, so I guess we'll just say use current equipment. Done. Travel. Equip that. Just to make sure it's set. So it must be because they're also leather gloves? That's cool. Actually, I thought it would be tied to the specific item, but it's not. It's that type of item. I wonder if you had more than one in your inventory, if it would equip the best one. Interesting. Okay, so let's just equip that. Cool. Alright. Well, I don't know if I have a stone chisel. Let's find out. Okay, it looks like we'll have to buy the stone chisel then, because I don't think I have one. No. Okay, let's go buy a stone chisel. Crafting merchant. Should be the one. Alright. Yes, I would be the crafting type. A stone chisel. No, not all 10 of them. Just one, please. Thank you. Right. So the first thing we need to make are some wooden dongle thingies. And just to make sure... Enabled, disabled. Okay. Because I've accidentally moved that chest before. Okay, so... I don't see any wooden thingies. Carpentry. Would it be under miscellaneous? No, that's an animal whistle. It's under miscellaneous. Components. Maple binding, no. Modifications? No. Repair and salvage. Alright, well, we're gonna need this. Let's take the wood scrap. We're gonna need wax. Probably gonna need cottoning, tailoring scissors. Don't know if we need that yet. Spider silk. There's the raw cotton. Okay, so the pine timber, the pine wood. Don't know if we're going to need poles, but I'll grab a couple anyway. We're going to need the 30 granite. We know that, so let's grab this maple wood too. And the maple timber. There it is. There's a maple binding. Okay. So I do know the recipe for it. So you said we needed 30, huh? Smelting tongs. I think we already have that. Let's hide the equipped tools. Yeah, I don't think we need that. Lots of raw cotton. I don't think we have any spools of thread, though. No, I don't see any. Alright. Let's start with the 2 coils of rope. So let's go here, just so that makes it easier to see. No rope, huh? Ooh, hang on here, I've got some erase bits on my keyboard that I suddenly noticed. Okay. Coil. Okay, so they're not here. They must be made over here. Coil of rope. So we're going to need 10 spools of cotton thread. Alright. So we do... Actually, fabric scraps. What do we have for fabric scraps? Let's make the best use of our cotton. We have some. Okay. And I was going to do something. Cannot remember what it was. I'll probably remember as soon as I open the other thing over here. Because that's how it works. Yeah, don't remember what it was. Okay, let's make that. Let's try to make that. 95% chance rate, and yeah, I didn't do it. There we go. So that's the only one we can make. Oh, I know what it was I was going to look for. Told you I had to remember when I was over here. Thought I had a cotton cap or something that I was going to take apart. Cloth gloves, that's what it was. We'll just make ourselves a little bit more scraps here. And rip that up, please. That gave us 5, so it's not enough to do another one, but it's worth trying. Learn something from it anyway. Coil of rope. No, we can't. Right, need to make more thread. So, I said we needed 10, so we need 9 more. Now, since we can't get any special items, as far as I'm aware from these, there's no reason not to batch it. And I can just talk while it's doing it. The normal reason that you would want to do them individually is if you wanted to see if you could crit them and get the nice equipment like this. Well, the +1s, since you have to work these up from there. But you have to, starting with a +1 is, you know, a good way to go. And if you, apparently, as of the last informational video I watched, apparently if you batch them, you cannot crit them because it doesn't calculate it per item. The only way to do that is to do them individually. But, of course, as I was just saying, for the basic parts that critting them means nothing, there's no reason not to batch them. Oh, actually, I forgot it gave 2, so yeah, we're gonna have a bunch. That's fine. Alright, so let's take all those things. Now we want to make 2 coils of rope. Cross your fingers. There's 1. And there's 2. Okay, so take all those things. We have our 2 coils of rope. Now for the next piece. Now we need to make 3 wooden bindings. Well, I have 2 maple bindings. I think we have to have 3 of the same type. So we have to go over to the carpentry section to do that. I always wanted a wishing well anyway. Okay, so let's look up maple binding first. Okay, so we need maple timbers. And we have 1 maple timber, so we need to make another maple timber. Maple timber from scraps. I don't think we have scraps. Oh, we need creosote as well. Oh no, we do have the scraps. We just need the creosote, which I forgot to grab from the chest. Ew, I don't have much left. There we go. Let's make it from scrap. There we go. Let's make 1 more from the scraps. Okay. Let's grab those. Was it here I made the maple bindings? Yes. Okay, so we want to make 2 of these. So we have a total of 3. Alright. Did that one fail? Oh, no, it's in there. Take all. Okay. So, we've got our wooden bindings, we've got our coil of rope. So let's put those in there. Let's take 1 of the coils of rope. And how much creosote? No. Carpentry hammer, wooden binding, a coil of rope. Oh, it does say unlearned recipe. Woohoo! We are now the proud owner of a bucket. Okay. Now, where do we have to make the well? It looks like smelting. Okay. I believe it's this one. Yes, that's the picture they're showing. Okay, so coil of rope, stone chisel, bucket, and the granite. Unalert recipe. Woohoo! We have learned how to make a water well. Awesome. Alright, so let's go put the crafting stuff away. Which is all of this. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's throw the apples in here. There's our water well. Don't think there's anything else. Alright. Let's go see if we have room on the lot to put down the water well and see if we can actually get water from it. And yeah, we're going the right way. Oh, we're missing Samuel. That's no good. That will never do. Hey there, pussycat. How's it going? Why'd I open the door? We wanted to check to see if we could place it. So I don't know what the lot edges are like. Let's take the water well. I think we have to be in that mode. Let's try round back. Yep. I'm hoping we have a little bit more room. Might not have enough room to put it down. Oh, wait. Okay, there's the lot edges. Alright, so we do not have enough room to put down a well. Which is a crying shame. Unless we can put it in a room inside. We could always try that. I mean, it doesn't make sense you could do that, but who knows? It's worth a shot, right? No. Let's go to a room without anything in it just to see. But my guess is that it actually either detects that we're inside or that it's not a surface upon which you can put it. Oop, that's the bedroom. So we need to go up one more flight. Hope I don't have to disassemble the bedroom just to try this out. Okay, no, we don't have a big enough room to try this in without anything already in there. Well, let's try, but I'm happy with the way the bed is. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work anyway, inside. I mean, it should have enough room there, and it's just not doing it. It doesn't make sense having it inside anyway. How's this room? Oh, no, this is a... Oh. Sort of a balcony kind of thing. Neat. Overlooking this. I see. Interesting. Yeah. Alright, so we'd have to, like, disassemble a house, I think, to put this down. Which is not going to happen. Oh! Spider web. I think Sienna left a spider web behind. This is, I call it the haunted house. I'm not sure if that's the official name for it. It's the fixer-upper. Gothic, creaky old mansion type. I don't think hovering over... I know how we can tell which one it is. Gothic mansion. 3-story. Right, so... Ah! Whispering Bard, aka Sienna, hello and welcome to the stream on Twitch. We were just checking out water wells. I made one. I was just checking to see if there was any space to put it on the property, but there isn't. Because I wanted to test to see if having co-owner access to a lot would let you access the well or not. Yeah. So I think we'll just put this water well in here for future use, I guess. Unless, of course, Sienna can think of a use for a water well around the village, in which case I'd be more than happy to donate it and put it in the community chest. Well, this is really just for testing, so... because I know they'll be fixing it so that, you know, things are accessible. The wishing wells are accessible to people who don't own the lot. So that's all I really wanted to find out. So if there's a lot that you can give me temporary co-owner access to put the wishing well on, then we can test it and find out. If you want to do that. But otherwise, I'm happy with this house. It just wasn't big enough for me to do a little test on, is all. Which reminds me, it's time to read Chapter 2 of They Call Her Lady Warrior. Oh, come on, shut the door. You weren't brought up in a barn. Shut it. Disable. There we go. Okay, shut it. Shut the door. Why are you not shutting the door? Okay, fine. Stay open. Frassin. Brought up in a barn. It's terrible. Alrighty. Well, let's have a nice reading session. They Call Her Lady Warrior, Chapter 2 by Sienna Danan. Published by the Lady Writers Publishing Company of Elisar's Forest, Novia. Okay, so you're saying the wells don't work for anyone but owners right now on public player-owned town lots. Okay, so that's been tested with co-owner. Okay. Good to know. Oh my freaking lord, there is a huge, ginormous bug on my window. Excuse me, I have to go get the significant other to take care of said bug. I'll be right back. Why aren't you changing? There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Yes, the reason that the hubby had to come get the bug, it's not because I'm terrified of the bug. It's because A, it was about an inch long, and B, if it wanted to live, my husband is the one that rescues it and takes it away to release it outside. So, otherwise, it's a dead bug. And yeah, I agree. They does have a huge base, so it'd be nice if there's a craftable well with a smaller base. Alrighty, so let's do our reading here. Let me get in voice. Oh. And then there was Nick, Part 1. Sienna jumped as the door to the Soultown Tavern burst open with a clatter and a rush of cold air. The soft, plaintive melody she'd been absent-mindedly playing on the piano died away. A youngish man, clearly the worst for drink, stumbled through the door. He wiped his mouth with the back of his hand, pushed his cloth hood off, and glanced around the room. "Barkeep! Barkeep! Another round, if you please." "You haven't had your first yet, mate," the grizzled old man behind the bar said, laughing. "At least not here. But you've definitely had a few rounds somewhere else by the looks and smell of you." The scattered patrons in the tavern laughed, the young man joining in with them. "But this isn't the Fire Lotus Tavern, good man, is it not?" I could have sworn I was in Owl's Head." He shook his head as if to clear it. "I seem to have lost a continent." "Well, no matter. Let's remedy this problem on the spot. Barkeep, my usual, if you please." The barkeep beckoned with his finger. "Come here, my boy," he said, a look of bemusement on his face. The young man swayed as he ambled up to the bar, leaning across the counter so he could hear the barkeep. "Yes, my good man?" The barkeep whispered loudly, so the room could hear. "Seeing as you've never been here before," he said, "I don't know what your usual is. Do you see my problem, mate?" As the crowd laughed again, Sienna rose from her seat. "He'll have a whiskey," she said. "You can bring it to my table." Everyone turned to look at her as she spoke, the young man turning a bit slower than the rest, trying to maintain his balance as he went. He looked at her in confusion for a moment. Sienna thought she saw concern pass over his face, but if it was there, it quickly vanished. "Milady? Is that you?" "By all the watchers and adorers, it is! It is you!" He turned to a hefty man sitting on a stool near him. "It's her," he said to the man. "The love of my life, the apple of my eye, the—" Sienna strode forward and gripped the young man by the elbow. "Quiet, please, Nick. I don't care for too much scrutiny in public." "Shh! Yes, my lady, I understand. I do. I'll be quiet. Quiet as a foghorn?" said the barkeep, stepping past them to place a whiskey on Sienna's table. "Anything more for you, miss?" he asked. "No, I'm good, thank you." She handed him coin for the whiskey. Sienna steered Nick to her table, helping him to maintain an upright demeanor. She pulled out the nearest chair and guided him into it. She looked him over with a smile, lurking at her lips as she sat down again. "So, we meet again. How are you, Nick?" "Ah, but it is good to see you again, my lady." "Stop with the my lady business, will you? Sienna is good enough for me." He raised his eyebrows, then took a sip of whiskey. "Sienna it is, then. Only trying to be respectful to my lady love." He winked at her. "I'm not your lady love, Nick. We barely know each other." She laughed at his pouting face. "It is good to see you, though." "And it's grand to see you," he said. "Your beauty brightens up the day, puts the very sun to shame, and makes the moon cry in his cups." Sienna laughed again. Your laughter is cruel, madame. You break my heart." "Nick, I'm quite sure that you flatter all the young women this way, and perhaps even the older ones, too. The girl who takes you seriously will get her heart broken, I fear." "But I do not mean to flatter you, my lady. I mean to woo you. With love and perhaps a little whiskey?" He held his glass out to her with a smile. Sienna shook her head, still laughing. A movement at the bar caught her attention. 2 men had entered the tavern and were ordering drinks. They looked rough, as though they'd ridden for days without stopping. The conversations in the tavern had gone quiet. Even Nick seemed more subdued. "Who are they? Do you know?" she asked. He held a cautionary finger to his lips. "Well, look who it is!" he bellowed, turning suddenly in his chair and sending it crashing beneath him. He grinned up at the men from the floor. They scowled before turning their backs on him. "Barkeep, another round!" Nick called out, struggling to his feet. He rose and clasped both men by the shoulder, not seeming to notice their obvious annoyance. "What brings you here, gentlemen? You're a long, long way from Rat's Nest. Is there something good in the works? Anything I can help with?" "Shut up, you idiot," said the tallest of the 2. "Barkeep," he yelled towards a back room. "Make it quick without order." "Stocking up, are you?" Nick asked in an exaggerated whisper, moving in close as if to hear a secret. "What's in the barrels they're packing up, boys? Come on, you can tell old Nicky." The second man pushed Nick away roughly. The barkeep returned and took their money. "Is it all there?" the tall one asked. "It is, damn you," said the barkeep. "Now get out of my establishment. You're bothering my customers. And tell the Baron not to send any more of his residents to me. I don't like doing business with the likes of you." "Boys, boys," Nick called out as the 2 men headed for the tavern door. "Come in on the deal, won't you? I could use a job, and the Baron speaks very highly of me." The door closed loudly behind them. Nick stood still for a long moment, then returned to sit beside Sienna. "What was that all about?" she asked. "Who are those men?" Nick's thoughts seemed far away. "They're from Rat's Nest, an island off the town of the northwest coast. Not a particularly nice part of the world, I'm afraid." "You mean they're outlaws?" Sienna asked. Nick grinned. "Well, I wouldn't put it quite that genteelly, but yes, they're outlaws." Sienna stood quickly. "Hey, what? Where are you going?" "I have to catch up to them. I need to talk to those men." "Whoa, girl, hold on a minute." He grabbed her arm. "You can't go running after men like those. You'll get yourself killed or worse. Those are tough men, and they wouldn't waste time being polite with you, if you catch my meaning." Sienna's eyes blazed. "I can take care of myself, thank you very much. And you don't understand. I must talk to them." Okay, sit down and explain it to me." "But they'll get away. Let me go, Nick." He held firm. "Not until you tell me what's so damn important that you have to chase after men like that. Besides, I can tell you where they're going. You can follow them, if you still want to, when we're done." Sienna struggled for a moment more, then sighed and sat down. "Aren't you forgetting something?" she asked as she glared at him. "Am I?" Nick furrowed his brow. "You seem to have sobered up rather quickly." "Ah, yes, that." He glanced around the room. "Listen, let's get out of here. We need to talk." Without another word, Nick lurched to his feet. "Come, my lady, let's take a stroll around this fair town. I'm in need of a fresh air and your charming company." "I'll give you charming company," Sienna muttered to herself. She rose and took the arm that was offered to her. Nick leaned heavily on her for support. "If you fall flat on your face out there, I'm leaving you where you drop," she warned. "Ah, my angel, I do so love when you say sweet things to me." Nick waggled his brows at her. In spite of herself, Sienna laughed. Well, I like that. I like that introduction to Nick there. I hope I did the sober, not sober voices in the appropriate amounts, given that I think he was pretending to be a lot more drunk than he actually was. Awesome. Looking forward to the future chapters, but that will be for another day. 1 chapter per stream. Alright, so let's put this book on the shelf. Thank you, Whispering Bard. Sienna, I'm glad you liked it. Seeing as it's your work, your voice means a lot to me. Your opinion. And we need to... Whoops. Oh, you can put them down flat. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so I think we need to rotate it. There we go. And can we move you a little closer? Right there? Okay. Yeah, it'll do. There we go. Eventually those shelves will be filled with books that we've read. And you too can own these fine books written by Sienna Dananan. She has a bookshop in the slurs Forest here. You were able to place the well in the lot with a druid tree. Oh, awesome. Well, let's go have a look then. Oh, Stefan. Sorry, she's role-playing as Samulet. Samulet, quit meowing so much. Okay, hang on. Real life cat. I'm going to see if covering her up makes her happy. I apologize for the brief silence. No, what she wants is lap. As soon as I went to cover her up, she left the basket, so no. Alright. Let's go find the tree. I think that's the tree you mean? So that's not the well. Ah, I see it. Yes, we can use it. There we go. Yeah. I suspect they'll be changing that animation. I wonder if you could do another one without closing that. Okay, mouse. Now's not the time to annoy me. Let's see. You're going to plant 4 seeds of mandrake. So Sienna, that row that I was planting in, I actually set all that row to privates for because I want to do various testing. If that's too much, then let me know and I'll cut back. But I figured having them all in one row would be handy for me. And since a lot of the rows were currently empty, I thought it would be okay. But like I said, let me know. Okay, so if we're going to plant 4 seeds, we need 8 buckets of water. Awesome, thank you. Just figured I'd let you know what I'd done, though. Once I can afford them, I'm going to try put some planters around the edge of the house. And do additional stuff there. But for now... Okay, so we have 1 extra. That's fine. Ooh, you bought the Elven Keep last night. Now you have to decide if you want to change houses. Ooh, it's a pretty nice house. You just finished decorating. Oh, well, there is that. I don't suppose you can pick up the entire house and put it in your backpack with all the decorations intact. That'd be pretty awesome if you could. I mean, hey, you can pick up chests with items in them, right? Why can't you do that? Alright, so do I still have the seeds on me? Mandrake. No, I did put them back. Okay, so let's take 4 of those. So, I don't know if that's implemented yet or not. We did try fish, and I did do some research to see if I could find anything. But I couldn't find anything that we could do for fertilizer, so... Oh, someday we are supposed to be able to do that, called a house mover. Oh, cool. Well, that'll be awesome. Okay, so now we can water it again. And... oh, it actually looks different now. See the little wet circle around it? That's new. It didn't do that last time. Because I think people were asking for a visual indicator. So we could just come by and see if those water circles are still there or not. Very nice. And your fertilizer's not in the game yet. Okay, yeah, that's what I was suspecting. Alright, so I did this at 3:16 p.m. I'm just going to make a note so that we can come back at the end of the stream later tonight and see how if the water circles are still there or if they've already gone. That'll be our first test. I don't want to plant too many things at once. Not for this first test, anyway. Oh, yes, as you go at different angles, you can see the wet very easily. I like that. That's very nice. I love my visual indicators, so I heartily approve of that. And let's put our extra bucket of water in here. It stacks with the old ones, so I guess if you have lots of money and you don't mind spending the money on the buckets of water, you could still buy them from the merchant. Being poor and frugal, I will be gathering my own water now that Sienna has made it possible to do so. That is fabulous. You discovered the longer you leave a plant in the ground, the more yield you get. You harvested an apple tree the other day. They've been sitting for over 2 weeks, and you got 30 apples. Wow. Do you know how many times you watered it? Sienna. Because if, with the apple trees that I had planted, I watered them twice, and I got like 15, 16 apples off of each. Because it'd be interesting to know if there's a time factor as well as a water factor. Which is why I'm asking if you remember how many times you watered it. Just 2. Okay, so if you just watered it 2, then that does indicate that time could very well be a factor. Awesome. Yeah, once they're mature, you don't need to water. But I was talking to somebody the other day that was saying that if you water them every time they come up for watering, then it also increases your yield. Yeah, I think once they're mature plants, if you can't water them because if you click on them, you harvest them instead. So that's interesting. I did not think of time as a factor, so that's one of the things we'll have to... once we do the initial how often to water them tests, then we can see how long we can leave them. Like, plant one and just leave it forever. You know, a month. And see. And see if we end up with like 300 apples off it or something. That'd be pretty funny. But anyway. Because it might be, and this is total speculation on my part, maybe the developers did it so that you could either be there Johnny on the spot to water it as soon as it needs watering, and then harvest it as soon as it's mature and get the maximum number, and or not water it optimally, but leave it longer in the ground and still get the optimum number of apples. That would be cool if they did that, because then that would help the people that can't be there right on the dot to water the plant. For the people that, have jobs and need to sleep and real life steals them, etc. That'd be cool if it was that way. We'll have to see. Right, so I don't know if I want to store my belongings for safety. I'm actually contemplating what I want to do next. Well, I think I should probably put the water well. Did you want this water well for the village, Sienna? I mean, it's my first water well that I ever made. If you don't, I'll put it in the bank, I think. But if you would like it to put somewhere in the village, then I know that you can make your own water wells, but I figured, hey, I've already made it, so... Hey there, Terrafina. Welcome to the stream. Oh, you did get this. You're having a hard time finding stuff to do starting out. Ah. Which path did you start on, Terrafina? Like you can choose the path of love, the path of courage, and the path of truth. Oh, you already have an extra. Okay, I'll just put it in the bank then for future use. Yeah, I never will might use it on a different plot someday. Okay, so are you still in Solus Bridge? Or Soul Town, Terrafina? Have you talked to all the NPCs? I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but... Alright, let's put that in there. You're in Soul Town. Okay. Have you talked to the NPCs? The natives? The keywords that you should use, which you might already know, but I'm going to say them anyway. You can use them in a sentence or say them by themselves. You can ask their health, their job, what news they have, or rumors, if they need help. All of those things will help get you quests to do. You have gotten some quests. Okay. So... what part... Have you done all the quests, or are you just looking for things to do while you're doing the quests? Because basically what I did is I was, well, being a crafter, I was gathering resources and going back to Solus Bridge and gathering around there and hunting the critters. So that served the dual purpose of gaining me more experience in using my weapon, etc. And then I headed towards, after I'd done all the tasks for Soul Town, I headed towards Adoris. And spent some time there. And I've kind of left the stuff in Adoris for a little bit, because apparently the part that I'm at, you kind of need to be more experienced than I am. Higher in your skills. And I did read on the forums that they're considering adding in additional intervening steps because it's a very large jump from where you are when you come from Soul Town to where you need to be in order to continue on the Adora stuff once you get past the initial stuff, or initial talking to the NPCs and things. How do you get back to Soul Bridge? Oh, you need to go out of the area, and actually let me just exit out of here and I'll show you. When you go to what do you call it? The refugee camp, and continue on past it down the road, at a certain point it'll start to fade to black around you, and just keep going and that'll take you out to the overland map. And using the overland map, that's how you get back to Solus Bridge. We'll be out on the overland map here shortly. I don't think that I can directly show you how to do that on the edge here. I think if I use this, it's just gonna take me to Britannia Estates, yeah. But yeah, if you run past the refugee camp. Oh, you kept going back because of the blackness. No, in this case, going towards the black is a good thing. If you intend to go on the overland map. There we go. Probably should equip this. Alright, so this is the overland map. And, now, let's see. We want to go this way? Yes, actually we're going to go to Owl's Head. That's where I want to go. Not Owl's Head, but the King's Road near Kingstown? Now there are supposed to be wandering guys on the road that you can actually see. Before you couldn't see them on the overhead map. But now you're supposed to actually be able to see them kind of wandering around. Look, there's one right there. So we can avoid him. We can go towards him. I'm not sure if we're up to bandits. Because I think there's like 5 or 6 of them. I mean, I can try, but I might have to flee. So, let's try this out. Let's see what happens. I don't think you can sneak up on them, unfortunately. Yeah, there he comes. Okay, fine. There we go. It's a Plains Road encounter. Something along the road has caught your attention. Yes, yes it did. And I'm probably gonna have to run away. Okay. Okay, can I get into... Thank you. And... Get away from me. You can get bent. Okay, actually we're doing a lot better than I thought. Now, the only thing I don't like about auto attack is the fact that it burns through your stuff so quickly. And by your stuff, I mean the arrows. So if you had a... And I'm, okay, excuse me. Excuse me. Here, have one of these. Would you like one of these? I have a free one. Okay. So, I had over 400 arrows, and I think I just used about 50 here. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm, surprised that we survived that. I'm happy. Now let's check out their goods. So that's a wandering encounter. That was actually very handy that we saw one right away when I was talking about the fact that they existed. I like that. I like that on the map, the fact you can see them. A red sash. Huh. Oh, it says they're decorations, so... I wonder you can... Maybe you can turn them in somewhere for bounty or something? That would be cool if you could. It was neat, Terrafina, I agree. Looks like there's some resources here. Not that there's anything... Yeah, there is definitely resources here, so let's see if we can collect some of it. I don't know how big the scene is. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, there's more bad guys. I thought we were done with the ass hattery, but apparently we're not. Here, have that. Let's turn auto attack back on. Here, die in a fire. Oh, you are going to run away, are you? Here. Take that. No, 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 don't you run off. Where do you think you're going? Stop it! You're going to heal up, you jerk. No, you're not going to heal up. Quit it. Like your cheating friend over there. Here, die in a fire. Die in a fire. Okay. Alright, can I get my stuff in Pete? Oh! Ooh. What do we have here? A mandrake root. Oh boy! That was such a fabulous treasure that it was worth dying for. Bandits. I don't know if that's a typical content of that chest. I guess we'll find out. Perhaps I got my usual run of luck and they said, you have a 1 out of 100 chance of getting some totally crappy loot, and you're Vals, so here you are. You'll have to do a few more encounters to find that out. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, we're at 518. I might have to cut it back some more. Because you need that pooled experience in order to be able to keep learning. Is that a... That's not. I was hoping that was a bit of ore to gather, but it is not. Hello, rabbit. Could collect you, but I wonder if there's any cooking recipes for rabbit behinds yet. Well, I got enough rabbit butts in my bank, so crafting box. I can find that out later. So that's cool. So that is one way you can also collect resources, is from these roving encounters, which is pretty dang neat. Not a ton of resources, mind you, but it is better than 0. Okay, so we're collecting the stuff that I recognize. I'm just wondering if we're going to see like Mandarin Groot or something like that around here too. I don't remember seeing... I remember gathering a garlic and a nightshade before in the scenes, and I think I remember what those look like. Oh, you do have some stuff. Okay, good. Ooh, my forestry is increased to level 40. That's awesome. That means we should visit a trainer and spend a little bit of money on training some crafting skills. Not the combat, because we already have an issue with me trying to learn too much combat stuff at once. I think part of it is you have to fight things that are more of a challenge to you in order to get more experience. If you're fighting things, like when I'm just gathering, I tend to be just fighting things that are easier for me to kill, not on purpose, but because I'm gathering. And that means that while I'm still leveling up my individual skills, I am draining the pool instead of adding to it, because the things that I'm killing are not giving me enough learning. Okay, we'll go check that area where the bandits had their thing again. Oh, there's some more here. I want to check the rock outcroppings for the mining. Thank you. Ooh, gold. Excellent. Now, you need gold and silver to do your advanced items. So the fabulous armor that I'm currently wearing, courtesy of Nick, used gold and silver to make, to enchant it and get the additional bonuses and whatnot on them, as well as I think some of them actually have gems in them, and that gives you various bonuses. And I don't know if you can look at the item actually and see what's been put into it. So like the leggings, for example. Is a control a thing? There! Oh, it is. Cool. Okay, so there was 5 yards of leather, which gave 1.3 combat dodge modifier. 5 leather straps, 0.06 combat dodge modifier. Enchantment, intelligence, +4 intelligence. Enchantment of dexterity, +4 dexterity. And it's a masterwork, greater armor defense, +15% damage resistance. Wow. A masterwork. That is very nice. They're all best. This one's a masterwork too. Awesome. So it does not tell you, however, that, you know, a gem of type X was used. Although I think you can only put them on... Gems can only go on the chest pieces and the weapons. And of course I just have a plain longbow at the moment. And that's something... That's why I've been trying to collect some wood. Because I wanted to try building my own bow that had at least a +1 or something on it, with the hopes of actually doing some enchanting to check that out. Because we do have a sapphire that we could use. While it wouldn't give me a bonus in any of the magic schools that I'm using, it would at least give us a chance to test it out and see how it worked. And we might actually have enough wood for that now. I only have 20 minutes left before I need to end the afternoon stream. So I think what I'll do is I'll just see if we can find another roving encounter once I finish looking at these rock outcroppings. I think I just want to check that one. Said I was going to, and I don't think I did. Or if I did, I wasn't paying attention at the time, so, you know. Too busy talking. Not paying attention to where I'm going. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not seeing any goodies here. Okay, well, I think it is time to exit this encounter. I think we've got all the goods from it that we're going to get. I think I'm going to put a light on, though, before we go out. I just wish you could have your pets with you when you were wandering on the overhead map. It'd be nice to see a little Samulate wandering along beside us. That would be cool. I'm sure there's reasons they aren't, because they'd be pretty small, but it'd still be cool. Delicious limeade. Made from actual lime pulp and not reconstituted crap. Don't give me any of that garbage. Oh! Well, here comes another encounter. I wonder if we can... Well, he's looking right at us, so fine. Let's go get him! Die for the cause. I'm not sure which cause it is, but we'll be briefly dead for it, possibly. Right, virtues. The cause is virtues. There we go. You know what? I should have a bite to eat. Well, I don't see any ass hattery, but I'm pretty sure there is. No, take that up. There we go. Well, where are they? Got a big beacon over my head, so it's not like I'm hard to see. Sonic Natural Lemonade with strawberry is really good. Cool. I'm not sure which brand we have. I have here. It's actually the first time I tried it. Because normally, every time I look at what I think is going to be a fresh fruit juice, it's always reconstituted or what's the other one? Not condensed, but concentrated, and I don't like from those either. Oh! Yes, I guess the ruins would probably... Oh, I see. I think I see... Oh, yes, I see one. What is he doing? Did he just fall down? He DFO'd? I don't know if I want to attack enable just a moment. Let's try going up over here. Oh, the light. Let's wait for this to reset. So we can try to go a little closer. Don't know if those will stick around long enough, but come on. There's a watcher there. Daniel on YouTube, hello, welcome to the stream. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, there's a lot of skeletons. Okay, I would prefer just one. Or maybe two. This is a lot. Oh, oh, oh. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. And it killed me. Daniel, what is your problem? I said hello. What do you expect me to do? A song and a dance? You're welcome to watch the stream. I was kind of in the middle of a fight. And I did say hello, so yeah. If you're going to have an aneurysm because I failed to stop and pause the stream and have a big song and dance, that's your problem. And I apologize for ranting a little bit to the other people on stream, but people who have no patience or no apparent power to listen piss me off. Right, where is the... Is there no... Oh, there it is. Okay, so that was a lot. It's kind of neat how there's little like lights over various things. I guess that's a rabbit. Alright, anyway. Okay, ouch. Lethal Goose on Twitch, hello and welcome to the stream. Alright, let's have another piece of pie. So did we get them all? Or get some of them, I should say. Okay, no, 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 no. Okay, it looks like some of them are actually still damaged. I have a feeling I might die again. I'm just checking this out. Okay, I think we're going to exit this encounter. I'd rather not die. I think we've established that A, they're very hard. B, if I did kill any of them, it was probably just one. And C, they did seem to keep some of their damage. At least, it seemed to me that they did. So I suppose if you're willing to die over and over again, you could whittle them down. I, however, was not willing to die over and over again. Once was plenty. Alright. So we know the skeleton one's a little bit too much for me. The bandits we can do. I wonder what other kind of wandering encounters we can find. It's getting a little misty out here. Let's put a little light on the subject. Alright, so King's Road is actually where I was heading to, but we only have 10 minutes left. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just see if we can find another roving encounter to see if we get any other exciting new experiences today. Well, let's go this way since we got lucky twice. If the second time you can call it luck. The marshes, huh? I wonder... Is there a skull thingy that tells you how tough it is? Do not see anything. However, I heard a rumor that marshes are good for trees. So maybe we'll take a peek in there, and then we'll come out and see if we have any encounters on the road again. It's a 3. Okay. Which means... Was it? No, it wasn't. What key was it to find asshattery in the round? I might have to... Okay, let me just look it up here. Hopefully I don't get attacked while I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, so it's to target... Next target, G. That's what it is, okay. Okay, I'm not seeing... any alligators. I am seeing some trees, at least one tree there. Let's go see if we can get that tree, but my guess is there will be an asshat nearby. This bridge sucks. I just thought I'd mention that. Somebody needs to do some repair work. Okay, I don't know why I'm not seeing any bad guys here in North Marsh. Waiting to leap out once I start chopping a tree, probably. No? You're not gonna give the lie to the... Okay, fine. You're giving the lie to my words is actually it, because I said somebody jump out and they didn't. Dang it. I wanted to see what we had here, okay. There's a... Okay. Where is that? Ah! Okay, I found it. I found them. They're very large asshattery, since I just had it. The issue with skeleton. No. Okay. Alright. We have skeletons here. Let's approach them a little more cautiously. Right, I can't even see where they are. Right there? Can I get just one of them? I don't want all of them. No, I just want one. Okay, so there's one on the road. So it looks like you get 3 of them no matter what. And some of them are archers. Okay. Okay, we got one. Let's see if we can back up a little bit. Okay, I'm kind of turned around, which is not a good thing. This way, I think. Oh, so it's not that way. It's this way. Oh, I'm healing up. Did they go away? Oh, they went away. Oh, good. You figured out you can shoot while moving. Yes, the reason I tend to pause is because I'm combining the cards together, the glyphs together, like 2, 3, and then I can fire a 3. That one there, which is a piercing breeze, which is a combined glyph. That's why I tend to pause, because I can't move with But I do move when I can, and I'm still working out the best way to do things. Okay, so we got this archer. Ooh. So we might be able to get things here that we can take apart. If I can survive. Okay. Let's see if we can... Once I heal up. Let's go out of combat mode so I heal up a little bit faster. I know you can move using holding down the left and right mouse buttons at the same time. But that also fires the bows, so... That's the part that I'm still working out. Alright, so we're healed. Okay. Let's see if we can make another... Yeah, I think the archer, if I can see where you are. You're over in the grass here, aren't you? Let's not go too far that way. Oh, no, don't run away. How can he run when he's got that effect on him? Okay. Here he comes. And he healed up. Okay, who am I shooting at? You. Okay, well that's good. It's not quite... Why are you not taking damage? Okay, I gotta back up. I don't understand. Okay. Nope. Gonna die. Gonna die. Gonna die. I think it's just anyone, Terrafina. Alright, well, I survived that. So I'm not sure what to do with these guys. Because if you can't sort of split them up, I think just pure luck that that one didn't run back, the archer. The first time, I mean. I'm gonna have to try this some more to figure it out. Alright, well. It's time for me to be ending my afternoon stream. I will be back in 2 hours with more Shroud of the Avatar. And thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I know I had a little bit of a rant earlier, but once in a while that gets to me when people don't have patience. They have no... Most viewers, like you guys, understand that when you're in the middle of a fight, you can't exactly stop and do a long extended hello. And when people just don't understand that, it just ticks me off sometimes. Alright, guys. I think we'll log out right here. Oh, you got one right after asking. Of course, Terrafina. That's always how it works. So thank you guys for watching. I'll be back in 2 hours. I hope to see you then. I hope you enjoyed the stream. You take care now. Bye.